Hey everybody, Cam Capital here with another video coming at you on April 7th, Wednesday, midweek. We had the FOMAC minutes come out here at 11 a.m., 2 p.m. on the East Coast, but a pretty indecisive day once again in the markets. S&P, NASDAQ traded up, Dow essentially even, just some oscillation in the overall markets here. You see futures basically bounced between 40.57, 40.73 for the S&P, and then just here lower left SPY. On an hourly chart here, we've basically been just trading right around this 127.2 fib since the move up on Monday. So in this video, we're going to look at the power plays again that we talked about yesterday. Excuse me. So we're talking about RMO, XL, CHPT, BLNK, and plug. So we'll start out with RMO first, as that was a big mover yesterday, and closed today down 18%. So basically faded all after hours yesterday into pre-market. Pre-market was pretty flat. Pretty good consolidation, and then right out of the get-go, we have these moving averages cross over right before the open, get the sell-off down to the 50% fib level, and then we do find a pretty nice bounce, get up to 12.59, but just can't find that strength. And you see that 12.59. If you hear zoom out, it looks better if it's on 5-minute chart. My apologies. But here, you see that 12.6, that wick, basically moves us up into this area of consolidation to after hours, and we just didn't have the strength and momentum to move higher. So we sell off and basically roll under the moving averages. You got one retest on a bounce at the 50 fib. Can't cross over the 9 crossing the 200 on 5-minute. Continued sell off. So once the 50% fib doesn't hold, you look for it to move down to its next fib number, so 61%. So we move down to 61%, get a bounce, consolidate mid-afternoon, pretty flat even with the FOMAC movement that's in the market a little bit higher. So basically trade sideways, and then a little sell-off into the close, basically trading back down at that 61.8 fib. So look to see if we can get a bounce there tomorrow. As you see, still just for the last 2 days, quite a bit higher than we were, Monday, right? So Monday we put in that new low, 771. Yesterday got all the way up to 1364. Today traded in the inside bar as we had a huge range yesterday on massive volume, right? So volume yesterday 205 million, volume today 49 million, almost entirely all that selling. That's not out of the ordinary, pretty typical, right? So make a big move, then we get profit taking to occur. And Romeo Power, the chart has been beaten down. Also easy to short, easy to borrow shares. So look to see if this 61.8 fib will hold. We also are right about that 9 EMA, and within range. This candle here on the 30th closed right above that 61.8 fib, and the next day had that gap down, so we might have a little support from that move. And then we also here think or swim with this histogram on volume here. We do have the point of control basically where we're at right now. So look to see if this area is that inflection point that we're looking for to go higher. And if not, we'll look to fill the gap down lower on a short, potentially if that 61.8 does not hold. And then we'll go to XL. So XL actually put out news today that they reached a deal, to basically electrify Apex Clean Energy pickup fleet. So got a huge move. Pre-market actually had some pretty strong, at least a little bit opposite from Romeo. So basically sideways consolidated all after hours yesterday, and then pre-market that news came out 4 a.m. got the bump higher, right? So retested the high from yesterday, claimed it, basically tried to come back down, use that area as support. It's got a quick sell-off right off the open. First 5 minutes found support at that 50 EMA, and then ripped higher, got all the way up to 1077 within the first hour, and then had a pretty significant sell-off the rest of the day, right? So pretty strong fade all day, and closed at 861, and so only up 3% on the day. So tons of profit taking occurred today, and you'll see that here again when we go to daily chart, just purely on volume. So yesterday, even with the moving in sympathy to Romeo, 22.8 million shares to today's 101 million shares traded, and obviously here the candle traded all the way up to the 22 fib on the daily. And then profit taking occurred all the way down, and basically we closed right about the 9 EMA here you know, below, right? So we got that. Actually, that's what the candle opening, excuse me. But basically, the seller pushes all the way back down through the 9 EMA, gets to close at 861, back within that range. So lots of profit taking occurred. Some of the Romeo chart's been beaten down for a while, and then you also had the negative sentiment with the EV stocks today, with Tesla leading them lower on delays in deliveries for Model S and X, and then Lee offering 128 million in securities by 2028, which we'll talk about in another video. But so market weakness all around for power companies and its residuals in the EV marketplace. So then from here we'll go to Chargepoint. So Chargepoint here on the daily, a little bit different than the Sympathy plays. Basically sold off all morning, right, riding the EMAs down, riding the 9 and the 22 all morning, and then it actually did get a big bounce off the FOMAC minutes right at 11, and then basically continued to sell off, right? So tried to retest the 50 pretty quick, couldn't get it. One retest at power hour, power came in, continued to sell off, and you see here after hours right now we're retesting that 50 on low volume. See if there's any news on that, but doesn't seem likely. So Chargepoint did have a ton on call options, as did XL, XL the last 2 days. So look to see if the volume will increase and pick up towards the end of the week. And if we go here on the daily, we do see we have a decrease in volume, but we do have another inside bar and pretty strong consolidation from Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the last 4 days here, right around this 50% fib. Trading both sides of it the last 4 days. But we have, so here today held 28. We held 28 on Monday. So look to see if 28 will hold moving forward. And just by volume here, you do see we do have a huge volume block at 28, which could act as support for the rest of the week. And we'll go to BLNK. So BLNK was down 5% today. Somewhat similar chart to Chargepoint. We got a push mid-morning, around 8:10. We can't get above the point of control mark here on Thinkorswim. Also run into the basic area of consolidation from yesterday into the close, and we sell off. So basically sell off, got that bump just like Chargepoint at the 11 o'clock hour with the news, and then quickly faded and sold off the rest of the day. Also having that little bounce here after hours to check the daily. See, again, pretty similar to Chargepoint, but we do like to see here these moving averages are still trending up. And yesterday we did use them as support, so we could look to use a 9 as support tomorrow. As we do have some overhead areas of higher volume compared to the low 40s. And then lastly, we'll look at Plug. So Plug, a little bit more weakness on the day. Closed at 31.96, down almost 8% on the day. As you see, just an exaggerated sell-off all day, faded all morning. One push at 7:30, about when XL ran higher, couldn't break over the 22, continued to sell off. Came all the way down to 31.8, kind of somewhat forming a double bottom here into the close. Got the little pop at 11. Quick break the close, buyers come in, push it back up into the close, and also that slight uptrend here now after hours. If we zoom back out to the daily, you see here basically where we're closing out on the daily, where buyers came in to support was this 200 EMA, which is acted as support last week. So look to see if buyers once more hold that level. As you see right now, we're basically candle day was traded between the 9 and the 200, so we are still downtrending here with Plug, and we do have kind of an area of less volume below that 200 EMA. If that level doesn't hold, we could break down. Probably sell off down to 29.5 would be the next target area. Getting this consolidation here from the prior move up back in December. So that's what I got for you guys in this video on power plays. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you think we end this week? Will Tesla's weakness and the electric vehicle stocks hold the industry back? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video, and we'll see you in the next one.